Ever looked at a birthmark and wondered, like, is there more to this? We're diving deep into the spiritual side of birthmarks today, with a source that's got some, well, let's just say intriguing takes. Ready to see what speaks to us?
I'm definitely up for exploring this. It's something cultures have been fascinated by for ages.
Oh, absolutely. This source, it jumps right in, suggests some birthmarks could mean you're, wait for it, a chosen one.
It's funny, right? But that whole chosen thing, it speaks to this human need. We all have it, that desire for purpose. Like, we matter. Myths, legends across the world, they're full of it. Someone marked for greatness.
Totally, like a storybook idea we secretly wish was real, maybe. And this source, it gets even wilder, says birthmarks could be like messages from the universe itself, past lives, spiritual traits, that kind of stuff.
hmm
What do you make of that?
I find it fascinating. Think about it. They're there from day one, almost like a blueprint we're born with. It's no wonder that across history, people saw them as, blessings, curses, everything in between.
Okay, now you got me hooked. They even get into specifics, like what certain birthmarks could mean. First up, the classic, the cross. This source, it says faithfulness, protection, trying to live by, Jesus's teachings.
It is interesting, isn't it, how a shape that simple can hold so much meaning. For a lot of people, it's, well, the ultimate sacrifice, right? Second chances, that kind of thing. It ties into that need we have, finding meaning, even when things are rough, believing in something bigger.
It's so true. It's not just the shape itself, but the whole story behind it, the weight it carries. And speaking of powerful symbols, they mentioned the star. Guidance, hope, inspiring others, almost like your own North Star.
And like back in the day, sailors used the stars to find their way, right? So maybe this is saying we might find our own path through that same symbol, but on us.
And get this, the source even says the color of the star matters. Red, it's passionate energy. Blue, more spiritual, aware.
Reminds me of how across cultures, colors have always meant specific things, like blue, some places that's peace, calm, red, passion, but also danger sometimes. So it makes sense they'd apply that to birthmarks too, layering on the meaning.
All right, get ready for this one. You mentioned fish before. Even I was surprised by what this source says about a fish-shaped birthmark. It's not just like the Christian thing.
Oh, really? Now I'm curious. What's it say?
Okay, so it says it could mean you're supposed to be a fisher of men, someone guiding others towards like spiritual stuff, a bigger purpose. Even brings up Jonah and the whale,
Hmm.
how the fish is about spiritual change, answering a higher calling, all that.
Wow, that fits so well with how many cultures see the fish. Abundance, yeah, but also transforming, going deep inside yourself, like the unconscious mind, all that symbolism.
It really is amazing, isn't it? How a
Yeah.
symbol that basic can mean such deep things, no matter where you're from or what you believe. So, want to see what else the source has in store.
Hmm.
This next one, it kind of felt obvious, but in a good way. The dove. Yeah. I mean, peace, right? It's like a given. And this source, it says having that birthmark, it's being a peacemaker, bringing people together, understanding all that in your own life, but like spreading out too.
It's wild how some symbols just work everywhere, The dove is like that hope, fresh starts, that whole wanting peace. To fix what's broken, it's universal. Think about it, even the dove with the olive branch, Noah's Ark, that image is stuck with us.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff. Okay, so moving on, we've got the tree. This one, it's about growth, obviously, but also being solid, sure in what you believe, and being there for others. They say people with this birthmark, they're like, the strong ones everyone leans on, kind of like a tree gives you shade.
Love that. A tree, it's such a classic image, how everything's connected, that wisdom you get with age, life, death, coming back around, the whole cycle. Really beautiful how tough nature is coming back from anything.
Makes you think, right? All the symbols around us, maybe they do something to us without us realizing. But okay, let's get a little fiery now. The flame. This one, they say it could be someone passionate, changing things up, and they get other people fired up too, like shaking things up, making everyone want something different, better.
It's cool how they bring in the burning bush from the Bible where God shows up in the fire but doesn't burn the bush up. So the flame there, it's like this huge force showing you the way, making things pure but not destroying, leading you towards, what you're meant for.
Yeah, that's some imagery there.
Mm.
That spark inside, like a divine push, gets you going towards your passions, and who knows where you end up, right? Growth, all that. Ready for another?
Hit me with it.
Okay, this one, it's almost too easy, but come on. Everyone's drawn a heart, right? The heart birthmark. This source, they're like, yeah, it's love, duh, but also compassion and being the kind of person who just like heals others by being around them.
The heart, man, it's like primal,
Yeah.
tied into our feelings, but also deeper spiritual stuff. And everywhere you go, it's love, feeling for others, what makes us human. The center of everything, physically, yeah, but like inside us too.
It really is something how much power a simple shape has, what makes us think and feel. Ready to wrap up with the last one from this source. All right, last one, but it's a good one, trust me. The diamond. This source, they say, could mean you're, get this, meant to live a life that really means something. Shining bright, making the world better, the whole 9 yards.
I like that. It's like recognizing how much we've all got inside that potential, diamonds, they're what, all those sides, right? So it's about seeing things clearly, being pure, even like protected somehow. Makes you want to tap into that strength we all have, that bounce back thing.
Makes me think of how diamonds or any fancy jewels, they're always like wise, spiritual in those old stories. Crown jewels, right?
Yeah.
Kings, queens, chosen by like destiny almost.
Yeah, totally. Adds another layer to it, doesn't it? It's like the diamond birthmark. It's reminding us, hey, we've all got that sparkle inside. Something special. Gotta let it out, you know?
Powerful stuff. You know, going through all this, what gets me is this source, they keep saying you still got choices. It's not like, oh, this mark on your skin, your life's decided.
Exactly. It's more like, here's some paths you could take, not rules. Makes you think, what clicks with me? Feels right for my life, not some preset thing.
That's what I like about it. No pressure, right?
Yeah.
It's more like, interesting, let me look inside, see what's there.
Yeah.
Even if someone's not like super into the spiritual side,
Mm-mm.
it's a fun way to think about things, you know?
Yeah.
What's your body trying to say?
Absolutely. Even if we don't take it literally, birthmarks, they're part of what makes us, right?
Yeah.
Like little reminders. Our bodies tell stories, where we come from, what we've been through, all of it. Pretty amazing when you think about it.
So maybe it's less about this birthmark equals this destiny and more about, hey, look a little deeper. See what you find about yourself along the way. Thanks for diving in with me.
Anytime. Maybe it's not the meaning of the birthmark, but what it makes us want to find out about ourselves. That's the real point, right?